Hello dear viewers, today our video will tell you about the extinct and unique Caucasus mountain tour. The nature of the Caucasus is rich and stands out for its diversity of flora and fauna. For naturalists and biologists, here is a real paradise. Most of the representatives of the animal world are well studied. There are some species that are considered rare. Among them is the Caucasian tour, an animal that is listed in the Red Book. Its Latin name is Capra caucasica. It inhabits a fairly small area of the Caucasus Mountains and is now considered endangered. This animal is subdivided by zoologists into the following species: West Caucasian, East Caucasian. There is very little difference between these species, so when talking about both, they are usually called the same, the Caucasian auroch. However, both of these species have additional names. Thus, the East Caucasian species is the Dagestan auroch, and the West Caucasian is also called the Kuban auroch or the Severtsov auroch, after the researcher who studied the animal. The main difference between these mountain goats are the horns, or more precisely, their shape. The Dagestani has horns very similar to those of sheep. They are more curved and look thick and powerful. As for the Kuban, its horns are saber-shaped and look. It differs from the usual goats in its color. Its coat looks reddish, which sometimes helps the animal to camouflage itself successfully. At the same time, the color of the skin on the abdomen is lighter compared to the back, while the legs are darker. The tour is lighter in summer and acquires a brown color by winter. In addition to the horns and color, the beard is a distinctive feature. It is rather short, not more than 70 millimeters, but wide. As to the horns of the auroch, they are up to 100 centimeters in length when bent in males, but females cannot be proud of it. Their horn auroch, you have to go east of the Terek River. This is the area of the Bogos, Talib, and Nuktala ranges, not higher than 4,000 meters above sea level. Like all cloven-hoofed animals, the wild tour is a herd animal. It usually travels throughout the year not further than the ridge where it lives. Long journeys are not for him. At the same time, they do not like it when their life and feeding is watched, so they try to go to secluded places. The transitions between alpine meadows and upper forests become the most favorite habitat areas for these interesting animals. In winter they graze in alpine meadows, and in early spring they come out to the mountain slopes where fresh grass is already breaking through. In winter, a herd of ibex may number up to 100 animals. In summer, it may number no more than 20. As the snow melts on the slopes, the mountain goats move higher and higher to the places with glaciers. This is how they spend the entire summer, and by the fall they descend back down to the meadows. Researchers of the Caucasus say that these animals are extremely hardy creatures. Their thick skin enables them to withstand both mountain snowfalls and frosts without too much difficulty. Thanks to its sharpness and excellent sense of smell, the Caucasian mountain goat can smell an animal or a person hundreds of meters away. Cautiousness of these goats is amazing. They do not like any neighbors, even ungulates, and try to keep to themselves. That is why it is not often seen today. It's not just their hearing, sight and smell that help them avoid danger. In every herd there are individuals that can be called sentinels. If unwanted guests are approaching, they warn the others with a special snort. It is to the sentinel that the entire herd is oriented while feeding, and the sounds it makes serve as a signal to leave. If it is impossible to go far away or into the woods, goats climb rocks. It is very difficult for the beast to reach them from there, and a human will face obvious obstacles. The obligatory food for aurochs includes not only grass and tree bark, but also salt. In order to lick it, animals go to the salt licks. They graze mostly at night and rest during the day. Sometimes, to hide from hunters and predators, some individuals may hide in rocky caves. The female goat's gestation period is 5.5 months. The time of littering is May and June. As a rule, a female gives birth to one calf, 2 are rare. Females become capable of breeding at 3 to 4 years of age. Males become sexually mature somewhat later. The mating period begins in late autumn and lasts until December. During this period, the young keep away from adult animals. Male bouts are usually not bloody, and the blows of their horns produce a strong sound that can be heard up to a kilometer in the air. The population of aurochs was once quite large. The reasons why this species is on the verge of extinction today are as follows. 1. Illegal hunting, poaching. 2. Attacks by predators. 3. Natural disasters, e.g. avalanches in the mountains. Since the Caucasian ibex has long been the object of hunting, their numbers gradually declined. In the olden times, and even today, ibex horns are considered an authoritative hunting trophy, and as a result, these animals are becoming increasingly scarce. In addition, predators, mostly lynxes and wolves, have also been causing great damage to the stock. According to various sources, only 10 to 16,000 individuals have survived in the wild. Today, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, lists the tour in the Red Book. But there are some nuances that need to be clarified. The fact is that this organization has listed both species of aurochs in the list of protected animals. But the West Caucasian is in the Red Book in the category endangered, but the East Caucasian is in the category near threatened. The crossing of these two species also poses a danger of extinction. Animals do not understand too well that they belong to different species, so as a result of such encounters, hybrid individuals are born who cannot give birth, which is another reason for the gradual decrease of the population. Despite the fact that the ibex is included in the list of specially protected animals, it is still in danger from humans. For example, in Azerbaijan it is still allowed to hunt the Dagestan ibex. If a hunter has a shooting license, he can hunt these animals from July to August. Thanks for watching.